Restaurants throughout Minnesota have been at the center of all of this action that's been going on, the ice surge, for many different reasons. Some of it is because the reality is that so many people are feeling the heaviness of the moment. January is always slow. It's been really cold. Business has been tough. No matter where you live in Minnesota, this has been the reality. But there are some restaurants that have been centered right where a lot of the ice activity has been centered as well. Lake Street in Minneapolis is part of that. There are parts of St. Paul as well that have been right in the thick of it. And our guests today have been navigating all of those things with their restaurant at Lake Street. They have a couple of rectangle pizza spots throughout the Twin Cities. And Brianna Evans and Jeff Rogers join us via video link up here for DeRusha Eats. I hate to ask how are you guys doing because I feel like no one knows how to answer that question right now. But I guess where are your heads at after it's really been a month of sort of nonstop intense activity, right?
Yeah. Thank you for having us, by the way.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, guys.
That's obviously a really tough question. We're very tired. We have a lot of wishes that haven't been met necessarily, but we're still doing stuff.
I mean, relatively speaking, we're white and we have a platform, so like we're doing fine. You know what I mean? We're just
right
trying to navigate all of it, and it's being in restaurants, you navigate and you pivot whenever you need to, and hopefully it works out. And it's like literally a minute by minute thing every day. So one of those like your body's in fight or flight mode, and it feels like we've been in fight survival mode for so many days and weeks, and it's like I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to answer that question. Answer your question without answering it. It's tough.
Yeah, no, I think it's useful for people to hear that because a lot of our listeners, when you go out to eat, I think people feel like, I don't know, there are plenty of people out here. Like, what is going on? What is the crisis? What is the problem? Tell people what you're experiencing.
Well, there's a lot of ice agents always around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I don't know,
it's really hard to describe it. I mean, you see all the videos. It's very much so like what you're seeing on the internet, at least for what I'm seeing. Whatever algorithms people have, but it's a lot of people getting straight up kidnapped, and it's not super fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, we, especially at our Lynn Lake location, our brick and mortar, we reduced hours. We closed 2 days. Previously we were open 7 days a week and open for lunch Wednesday through Sunday. And now we're only open, happy hour, if you want to call it that, but we're doing it all day, 4 p.m. to 11 p.m., 5 days a week. Right. So it's us getting people that were stretched out over a whole day into one shift, and just, the safety and numbers thing we keep repeating, but it's so true, right? The more people you have around, the more chance you have for, our video.
2 weeks ago, and we're showing on the video stream, the video that you posted on Instagram, but 2 weeks ago, you guys had sort of a pretty major ice operation going on right in front of your restaurant, right? And that, I think, in a way, was a turning point for what you guys started doing to help. You were raising money and doing stuff already, but tell me how that changed things.
I mean, it's a very weird coincidence that after we made a statement and said, we'll do a pizza for pizza match. And, if you want to throw us some bucks and we can make some more meals, please, anything helps. We're just trying to figure it out every second because we have no idea what the hell's going on. But it's just weird. It's weird that Monday afternoon, when Google says our hours are 3:00 and 3:25, this happened, right? We weren't open because we ran out of food, but there's just a really weird coincidence. And I think murdering people in the street and having them come to our restaurant. We're like, there are no rules. They're not following any sort of code of conduct.
Signs are pretty clear.
Yeah. And it was just like, what dystopian novel is this real life right now?
You started raising money because at first you were taking like physical donations, food donations.
We were doing both.
It was all kind of at the same time.
Anything we can do. That's just all we can do.
Just trying to raise food for people who need it, or for people. Tell me what the goal is.
The initial goal was we reached out to a bunch of people in the service industry, restaurants, and just to be like, we're going to make food. We're going to try and raise money to make food to then like have it at their restaurants so they can give to people that are either sheltering in place or then can like give it to, from there, like the spider web goes on kind of idea. And then we're like, all right, well, we need to basically just like share everything and be, a little bit more upfront about it. Cause we were initially just trying to keep it pretty under the radar, but that's not the time at all to keep these things under the radar. We need to make moves. So, we tried to reach as many different
avenues and lanes as we could.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We were at our commissary kitchen trying to get volunteers. There's a lot of people in the restaurant industry that were like, I don't know how to help. I'm feeling paralyzed. And the restaurant people are doers and, action, tactile stuff. And so I was like, hey, if you got any staff that's looking for something to do with their time instead of just being sat on their phones on social media, come on down. We're taking volunteers. We can package up some pizza, some food, whatever. Let's figure it out. And then our squad at Lynn Lake, I was like, hey, if you guys want to have people drop off donations, if we're bringing pizza, let's see if they're going to need other stuff than pizza. So how can we just kind of like gather together? So that's kind of how that all went down. We reached capacity so many times. Luckily, Up Down and Twin Cities Leather is now taking donations, but it was Smitten Kitten and us that initially just kind of joined forces and we're like, let's just
see what we can do.
See what we can do. Right. Yeah.
Brianna Evans and Jeff Rogers with Rectangle Pizza. They have locations at Lynn Lake. It's hard to even keep track.
I got you. Malcolm Yards, Gray's Food Hall by Travail, the food truck at Falling Knife Brewing Company, a stall at Grand Casino Arena, a stall at St. Thomas Hockey Arena, and Wild State Cider in Duluth.
Nice.
I get them all?
I think you did it.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you did it. You've helped raise $200,000 with a Minneapolis foundation, giving fund. Obviously we're still in the thick of it, but, it's hard not to be struck by sort of the sense of community that has stepped up. Talk to me about that.
Well, I've been saying it a lot lately that whether or not we've gone through a whole mess of things in the last 6 years, which we definitely have. And it's been a nightmare. But, I think every winter, basically, Minnesota trauma bonds. So we're no stranger to this, coming together and helping each other out, especially with our experiences in the restaurant community. So I don't think that, clearly we're no strangers to trying to figure out what to do and what's best for our community. But, it's beautiful, but it is obviously incredibly tragic and super unnecessary, in my opinion. And none of this needs to be happening. And it's really rough.
Yeah, but, I mean, it is a beautiful side to the coin, obviously.
Yeah.
And that's total Minnesotan stuff to try and find the beauty and
I know
and stuff like that. It just
it's -20, but at least it's not windy out. What?
Yeah, I know. It is a Minnesota approach for sure, and I'm sure you guys would rather also people remember that you do make pizza. You are a pizza restaurant. You make delicious pizza. Good Morning America had you as the best pizza in America.
Yeah.
I mean, people do still, if they're able, right?
Mhm.
I'm a little worried about all of the restaurants, and I've been trying to support like some immigrant-owned restaurants right now, but it
100%.
doesn't matter. Like wherever your local restaurant is, tell me what the status is of that.
It feels very dire. This is already January, February, Minnesota running restaurants. It's very obvious already by the number of restaurants that have closed. A lot of restaurants with, super unnecessary targets on their backs, just closing and indefinitely. And it's just,
it's terrifying.
It's horrifying.
It's what we love about living here.
Yeah.
It
you not want to have any good food. It's just, you know what I mean, though? It's like, it is, I cannot imagine that, if this carries on for another week, 2 weeks, there's going to be massive closures because, it doesn't matter really. Obviously it does matter, but the amount of money that we've raised and the amount of money that's coming in to help, it's been unbelievable. Just like all the stories that we've seen, this is thousands of small businesses, restaurants, like is mainly our focus is because what we see, but it's going to be,
it's detrimental.
It's going to be devastating basically no matter what, just from the last 3 weeks. So
yeah, that's the message I know, like that I've been trying to push to folks, like no matter what your politics are on this thing, there's no argument that this is really bad for small business.
Yeah.
In a time that already it's cold, it's after everybody's trying to be healthy. God bless them, but it's not great for the restaurant business.
No.
Like it's time,
This ripple effect is going to be, it's going to be massive.
I mean,
unfortunate.
We saw how long it took for things to start to feel normal-ish, if you want to call it that, during COVID and what Minneapolis went through during George Floyd. And so it's just like, it's hard to say how long the effects will be, but I know, Jason, I've seen all your posts and I appreciate it so much, and using your platform obviously is awesome, but it's so important, and I know you've said it before too, which I really appreciate, but not just on Friday, Saturday, every day, please, like people don't work just on Friday and Saturday in restaurants. They work every day.
Yeah. That's exactly right. And it doesn't matter. There are workers and there are managers and there are suppliers and everything.
Farmers, we're farming.
Farmers.
Minnesota's farming,
This
is it's going to maybe not feel it right away. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to be really rough.
Go eat some pizza. Go visit. The pizza's delicious. When people come to support you guys, number one pizza they should order for the first time is
probably the Shredder.
Yeah.
The Splinter.
The Splinter is a hot second, and it is number one up in Duluth. So I don't know.
It's number one on a lot of days here.
Yeah. The two Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle references on our menu seem to be the top.
That is how that goes for sure. Well, I love you guys. I really appreciate all you've been doing to support your neighborhood.
Thanks.
Thank you for everything you do too. And please, I know it feels like the need is everywhere, and it's like, where do you put your time? But it's true. There is need everywhere.
We're still fundraising. Everybody in our community is still fundraising. Please, rent is due today. That is tomorrow. It's soon.
Right.
It's we had till the 5th, but it's there's so many people that can't be out and work, and Anyway.
Sorry, I know you're probably trying to wrap it up here, but
I gotta play some commercials here.
I know you gotta get paid.
That's right.
I just want to say, it's hard. There's a lot of zones, but pick a lane and feel connected to it, and just with your full chest, go all in.
Very good. I like that. That's a good place to leave it. Brianna Evans, Jeff Rogers, we appreciate you both. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Peace and love.
Appreciate it.
DeRusha Eats back in a minute on CCO.
You're listening to Drive Time with DeRusha. Video streaming live on YouTube and always on your radio at News Talk 830 WCCO.
Well, Brianna and Jeff took up most of the Minnesota Pork Board's time. So what can I tell you? Other than get some Get some dang pork. Get some pepperoni on your pizza. Get some, I was thinking tonight like some pulled pork sure would be nice. Maybe a pork chop. This weekend, take your time. If you're going to make something at home, make it count. If you need some inspiration, Minnesota Pork Board's got you covered. Go to tastewhatporkcando.com. 3,000 family farmers. I love pork. It's so delicious. Yes, high in protein. We're all eating tons of protein now because we need it. We need the protein. Real food, real pork. Get it going. Tastewhatporkcando.com is the website. That is what you should remember when you go to the grocery store or butcher shop and say, let's have Minnesota pork for dinner tonight.